there's the ping that the Railroad Bronies Parlor Car podcast is live.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. So you want to kick it off, Ace?
I don't know, Gary. What are you thinking?
I don't know. What are you thinking? What do you want to do today?
Well, I know what I'm thinking. It's one word.
Don't you dare say Chuck Norris. If you
No.
say Chuck Norris, no.
Nope. This time it's not Chuck Norris.
Okay, thank God.
No, in this case it's Gnooshk.
Kadoosh.
Gnooshk.
Kadoosh.
Gnooshk. Hi, bye. Can you hold this rock for me?
Sure.
So, we should be live at this point. Everyone, welcome once again to the Railroad Bronies podcast. I am Ace. With me tonight, we have...
DGaribalde, the editor, the guy who is... I just lost my train of thought. Get it? Train? Get it?
Tomatoes.
Yeah,
But
tomatoes.
we're also waiting on Steam Tank. He is somewhere doing something right now. He should be here shortly. Sorry we weren't in last week. There were technical difficulties that arose that kind of kept us from coming on air as quickly as we hoped. But we are back this week. Let's see. We've got quite a bit to go through. I know we only have, I believe somebody pointed out 26 days until our big appearance now, Gary?
Really? Jesus. Yeah, I counted 3 weeks now. We're going on 3 weeks till the BAPS. But yeah, oh man. Oh man, now you're really making me feel pressured to get everything done.
I mean, you and me both. I've got a lot of stuff that just end up getting ordered for getting ready for the big days. A few things. One thing that's actually currently on custom order. I was just talking with the crafter earlier today about some sizing stuff. But yeah, I've got a couple things still in the mail, more for a particular costume getup sort of thing. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm excited more than ever, and at the same time, nerves are starting to get to me because it's a lot to go through. I don't know about you.
Yeah, because we're still working on the BabsCon train. It still needs to be painted. We got half of it painted. The decals, I have them, but 2 of the train cars have been painted. The 2 train cars are ready and done, but the other ones haven't been painted yet because of the weather over here. It's just terrible for painting because of the rain and everything.
That's what Buffers was saying a little bit back, is apparently the rain's creating too much humidity or too many problems to try and get a proper coat on the cars with.
Yeah. What I've been able to do, though, is that, like I said, the decals are ready. They've been printed, and we're working on the 2 cars that are done, and the engine is getting done. And in the meantime, I'm replacing all of the chucks and couplers on the train cars with the Katie couplers and stuff like that. So,
I'm guessing they were horn hook to start.
Yeah, they want horn hook, the Athon blue box, but the coupler that they came with, it was a funky Athon. It was the Athon coupler. Yeah, I know. I put the Katie metal coupler. It's metal, so it's Katie. You know, it's metal.
Testing.
Ah, there he is. There's the master Steam Tank.
Question: do you guys hear any wind noise on my headset at all?
Not particularly.
No? Okay. Good. If you guys do hear anything over my headset, let me know.
Well, I can mute you, so there's that option.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I could do it right now.
But either way, yeah. Gary and I were starting in as you were getting settled in, talking about everything starting to get rolling with BabsCon. We're 26 days out, 25 for actually getting rolling, for actually getting moving out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's wild how fast this is winding down on us. But yeah, Gary was talking about how there's the coupler change out along with the paint and everything. And that actually brought up an interesting point to me. Is a little while back I went and did a massive coupler swap on a lot of my older freight cars and rolling stock. The ones I got just had this one little plastic, tiny little tab, I guess you'd almost call it, that just springs the coupler back in. Don't even remember what kind of couplers they are. Complete plastic, but for me, knuckle couplers, anything knuckle couplers is going to be an upgrade from horn hooves. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. So did you switch to Katie coupler, or what did you switch to?
I don't remember what brand they were. Like some couplers have the micro-sized spring on the outside that pushes the coupler back into position when you open it. Others, again, it's just this little tiny hair-sized plastic strip that just pushes the coupler closed when you open it up. It's an older style. It's not something you see too much anymore, but it works. So
okay. Well, hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what coupler you're talking about, Ace. Yeah, I know which one. Yeah, those are funky looking. Those are funky when you actually use them in consistent with all your train cars. Yeah, those are really funky, but if they work, they work,
Yeah, really the only big difference is, are they plastic or metal? And is it a little plastic strip, or is it a metal spring that keeps the coupler back in the closed position? And I do believe I know what that ping was. I think we have our fourth tonight who just arrived.
It's a Mecha.
I don't hear you.
Oh, there we go.
There he is.
Yes, yellow stairs.
Ear rape.
Oh,
Too loud.
No. Don't say those words or I'll mute you.
Yellow stairs.
Yellow stairs.
I'm muting you. All of you. Muted all of you. Time out.
You can't mute the Discord master. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, I can. I just did.
Really? You sure?
I just muted you on my end, at least.
Oh, on your end. Okay.
All right. Can anybody else hear him?
No, I can't hear him.
Then it worked.
What?
Yeah, I can't hear him.
I
can mute you. You can hear us. I cannot hear you. Nobody else can hear you. I can mute you. You gave me that power. I will use it. I am the railroad police. I have the final say.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah. So
we have slats of steel.
Steel is heavier than feathers.
Okay.
But steel is heavier than feathers.
But it's a kilogram.
Just in case you guys hear any feedback between his voice and mine, just so you know, we're in the same place.
Yes. We're on headsets, but yeah.
Sounds like somebody's got their mouth full of.
Sorry, spaghetti.
So if you're gonna stand by me, I'm gonna mute mine.
Stand by.
So you purposely try that by walking over to me to see if it actually feeds back.
Wow.
That's terrible.
And this, ladies and gents, is just another Parlor Car podcast.
This is quality entertainment, people. Quality entertainment. Subscribe, like, and share with all your friends and family, or maybe your dog. I don't know. I don't care.
Joke's on you. I don't have a dog.
Oh, you have a cat.
No, you've got two spawns of Satan.
I think only one of them qualifies as a spawn of Satan. The other one is very lovely.
No, all of them are spawns of Satan. I have never had luck with them. Never, ever. But that aside, what else we got on the agenda so far? I know we've got everybody getting everything ready for BabsCon.
Yep.
I've got something arriving tomorrow to tack on to everything else. I swear to God, I am spending more on crap just getting ready for BabsCon this year than I've ever spent at the convention.
I don't know.
Well, I got some stuff. How about we each go through what we've done the last 2 weeks, because we haven't really talked to each other. So how about we go last 2 weeks for each of us?
Last 2 weeks, oh boy.
Yeah,
Yes.
since the cancel. Wait, from a month ago or since?
No, just the last 2 weeks in general.
Okay.
So how about Ace?
Yeah.
Ace, you go first. What have you been up to the last 2 weeks?
It's been almost 13 straight days of work. One of those days, in between, I ended up going helping some family with some moving some stuff around from another family member. Got up way too early, so I ended up just going home and crashing, taking the day off work, so I wasn't falling asleep with the machines. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty much just the same crap I go through day after day after day. Work. Has me looking forward to Babs because it'll be the longest break I've had off since Christmas break.
Yeah, you're
Cool.
You're telling us.
Not sure if this is going to be the most ideal thing, Will. I barely hear you as a whisper.
That's okay.
Yeah,
All I
and
hear is a lot of... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, all I hear is a lot of breathing, like an ASMR session, like or like you're at a doctor's office.
I'm hearing a lot of clinking.
Yeah,
which
I don't hear him either. I think he muted himself already.
Yeah, he did. So he's just going through yours.
Yeah, my headset mic is not going to pick him up from here.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear a bear whisper like a mouse is trying to cough.
You lazy bum, get back on your headset, you lazy bum.
He's afraid that my headset's going to feedback if he gets too close to me, so.
Yeah.
Not terribly.
No, now I hear him again.
Just be extra echo.
Echo!
My name is Ed.
Okay, so what you been up to, Steam Tank, the last 2 weeks?
Knee deep in sheet metal and fire.
Oh, you've been knee deep in sheet metal?
Sheet metal.
Knee deep in sheep.
Shit metal. Nice.
Beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Say beep, beep, I'm a sheep.
God.
Okay.
So
So what about you? There's the wind. Yeah.
Actually, that's John breathing on his mic.
That's not me
God.
breathing on my mic. I was actually walking a little briskly, and the wind was actually picking up a bit on here. I could hear it.
Need to get you a fuzzy.
That was
wind
true
truck.
wind noise.
Yeah.
You need a fuzzy lumpkins or whatever you call it.
Yeah, that's the wind.
Now that's you just breathing on it like a creep.
So what have you been up to the last 2
Hello?
weeks, Mecha? Oh, God. What the?
I think that answers what he's been up to. Photosynthesis.
Okay.
R.I.P. headphone users.
Oh boy. But yeah, no, I've been dealing with my new cats and work and
More work.
driving my new car around.
Oh, you has a new car?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure the audience doesn't know about that.
Probably not.
A new car.
I don't think we talked about it yet.
Yeah.
When do you think they'll be able to see the new car?
If things go out the right way, I might be driving it up to Babs.
Yeah.
If it even makes it to Babs.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh,
This is a nice car.
3 letters. CVT.
Wait, CVT, does that stand for California Virtual Train?
Wait, what? It's actually kind of interesting. It's a thing that a lot of companies are moving towards. Everybody in the small car market is starting to do it.
Bad idea.
Yeah, basically what a CVT is it's a continuously variable transmission, and it's actually a simpler design than your standard planetary gear automatic. But it's got one massive drawback. It runs off of a metal belt between a pulley system.
Oh.
And as you know, metal eventually fatigues. So, but
I think you're killing him.
over time, as long as you keep up on your maintenance, one thing you do have to stay on top of is switching out your transmission fluid on a regular basis.
You're making them gag.
Quality content.
Not what
Quality,
he got in his car. That ain't quality.
Oh, burn.
Yeah. Let me put it this way. The way that this transmission works, I've got, it's like I on my old Corolla, I could do 75 miles an hour at 2,800 RPM. This car will hold 75 miles an hour at 21 or $2,000 even.
I can do that with a stick shift at even lower.
Yeah, but you're restricted to specific gear ratios,
which gives it better torque transmission and more solid torque transmission when you can stick to a direct connection, not a fluid connection, or a variable connection, as dictated by can't even say it. But you get the idea. Uh-oh. I don't like that. Coming from Steam Tech, I don't like that. What is aha? Oh no.
Yeah, he's firing up a MIG welder right now.
Oh no. This could get loud.
This could get a bit nuts.
Can I have the keys to the car? I need to get something out of the back truck.
I'll have them.
You don't have them?
No, they're in the house.
Is that Maddie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Maddie.
The internet says hi.
Everybody in the podcast, everybody on YouTube, say hi to Maddie. Anyway,
boy.
Moving on from the talk of disgusting shit they put in cars these days.
Carry on.
What else we got going on then?
Weebs.
Weeds? What?
Yeah, the RRB. Buffers. Weebs. Remember?
Oh, weebs.
Weaves?
Weebs.
Oh, weebs.
Why? What do you think I was saying?
Weeb.
I don't know. First, I thought you said weed. Then I thought you said weaves, and I was like, "Are you going Rastafarian on us?"
No,
I didn't think we invited Snoop Dogg to this podcast, but okay.
Yes. Yeah. Oh.
I just got our friend Nick Guzman.
Oh no.
He sent me an anime. He sent me an anime meme, so I'm like, oh god.
He is a
So
meme.
He is a meme.
He is the living definition of meme.
No, that's my job.
Okay.
No,
You're first.
No, I got
second.
a picture that one of our friends took this weekend of me driving the Cliche, and it is so meme material. I'll put it in the chat. But yeah, just watch this picture, Ace. It is so meme worthy. You just have to put captions on it.
Oh, it can't be any worse than anything I've done. Let's see what we got.
Okay, it's loading. Just look at that picture. Look at that. Look at me looking back at driving the train. Just put some captions on that.
Yep, something smells hot.
That is like taking the original. What this says
What
is overcompensation. Tiny locomotive, massive car of equipment. Overcompensation.
Yeah, I have to agree on that. Completely.
You're making me sad.
It's the compensator.
You're doing what you like. You just, I don't know. I better stop before I say something really dumb. That being said, with Cliche, you thinking of trying to throw?
Let's take a break and come back and do something really stupid.
You think
like, how did that line go from? How was that line from? The heck was that movie called? Oh, Pacific Rim.
Oh.
Like, are you gonna stay in here, or are we gonna take those flare guns, go outside, and do something really stupid?
I can hear you reverberating through Will's microphone, and it's absolutely awesome.
Told you I'd mute myself.
No, I was more concerned about you going through Mecha's rather than Mecha going through yours. But
well, I got a SteelSeries headset, so you know. I have a mic boom.
Mine's Arctis.
You're a mic boom.
Yeah, SteelSeries Arctis. I have an Arctis 7.
So I think mine's an Arctis 5. It's the cable attached one. I didn't want to bother with.
Oh, see, yeah, you have the 5.
Yeah.
The cable with the RGB colors.
Yep, I love it.
Yeah,
this thing works great.
Yeah, the Arctis 5 is nice.
Yeah, there's no
I basically have the wireless version of that.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people who like the wireless version. And with mine, it came with both the adapter for USB as well as 3.5 mil. So both of them.
And mine does the same thing. Nice. Mine has a wireless adapter for USB, and then I also have a. The hell? What?
I think Gary's having a heart attack.
It's a chocolate wafer. Eat it.
It's from Bimbo's.
What?
It says Grupo Bimbo. Grupo Bimbo.
Don't mention desserts. Don't mention desserts or anything on the podcast because I'm on a diet. No.
Ice cream.
No. No.
My diet's very easy. Put food in front of me. I eat it.
I'm on a diet until BabsCon because all weekend at BabsCon I'm probably just going to be eating In-N-Out.
Leninade.
No, because we'll see how time and everything goes. But I'm looking to try and actually make a run to
triple
Walmart.
Layer multi-baked Dutch chocolate cake.
They might have something like that.
Yes.
Honestly, if we can get something like that, if we do get a chance to get down to Walmart, we could probably pick up a lot of cheap breakfast stuff and just keep it in the hotel room. Muffins and turnovers and that sort of thing.
Muffin.
They really got a lot of good stuff there.
More apple fritter?
Oh no.
Yeah, bring the cliche, set it up in the room, just heat the boiler up, and we'll cook stuff on the hot boiler.
No, you don't want to do that. If you do that, you're going to get oil all over your bacon and all over your omelets and whatever.
You make it sound like extra grease is a bad thing.
What is it that they used to do on the coal shovels? They used to make sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah,
eggs
they did.
And bacon. Eggs and bacon.
Eggs and bacon.
Yeah, that was a train engineer's
Railroader's breakfast.
Yep, they'd crack a couple eggs on the shovel. They'd throw on a couple slabs of bacon. Just hold it in the firebox for a minute. Pull it out. Flip it over. Cook it again. Pull it out. Throw it on a couple slabs of bread. And it was either a little oily or tasted distinctly of coal dust, but that was breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, you've got one of the best ovens in the world right in front of you, so, why not?
And there's nothing to clean up afterwards except the grease on your face.
Non-CFM, so it's okay. Yeah.
No, instead, something that you might be able to try, Steam Tank, on the way up is if you get some tin foil and you get the makings for like potatoes, little potato pieces, and veggies, and chicken. If you've ever done foil cooked anything on a campfire, same thing, but you wrap it up and you stick it in the headers.
Ooh. I've cooked fish that way before.
Header cooked meals, header cooked fish like that?
Yep.
Yeah, I believe it was a Roadkill episode I first saw that on. Something like that, or a Discovery Channel show or something. But yeah, it was a great, awesome system of cooking. It's literally the hottest part of the car. You just sit around at your engine at red line, sear everything in the aluminum foil, unwrap it, and yummy.
Well, I don't know about gasoline. I don't know about doing it at red line, but maybe while I'm driving on the freeway.
I think that might overcook it. I believe I saw they usually did it for a couple hours or so, like 1-2 hours at the most, and other than that, you're just turning whatever moisture into vapor.
Yeah, I got a story about that. My dad told me recently that there was a guy who was a bus driver, and he would get his food, wrap it in tin foil really good, and he put it on top of the engine in the bus. Open up the back of the bus, put it on top of the engine. At the end of his route, he have his lunch, and he kept it warm. Yeah, that's a true story.
I hear a propane torch in the background. I'm worried.
It's not propane, it's MAP gas.
That's not any better.
Oh, God.
So, well, everybody, this is the end of Steam Tank as we knew it. God bless. Rest in peace.
Well, he'll be at BabsCon. He may not have any eyebrows left afterwards, but he'll be at BabsCon.
Hey, if I can get away with a metal arm and be like Edward Elric, I'll be happy.
Hey, no, you have to save that for next year. Next year is a steampunk, so you have to
Have they confirmed next year, or?
Yeah.
Well, I know they confirmed doing next year. Did they confirm next year's theme? They usually wait till the end of one year before announcing the next.
Well, apparently, I heard rumor this year was supposed to be steampunk, but somebody got the memo mixed up and thought it was cyberpunk.
Well, last year when I was there, I know they announced it officially as being cyberpunk.
They did at their closing ceremonies.
Yeah, there were a number of options when I was talking with a couple of people. One that a lot of people want to do is steampunk, so that's almost certainly on the list. Cyberpunk got chosen. Honestly, considering how things are going, I don't think they really did it as heavy because they did the whole D&D and action adventure. I'm waiting to see if they try and do Western for obvious reason. But we'll get to that point if they ever go for it. But yeah, if they pull steampunk next year, well, I may bring in something steampunk. I may just bring along again what I'm doing this year, depending on success. God knows a lot of people are already looking forward to it. That being said, I may need to see what I can do about, a little tray robbery here and there. Dutch needs his money. When Dutch needs money, I'm gonna get it. Be a train, be a stage.
Listen here, bro. Listen here, partner. You ain't getting no money here. There ain't no money. You just go back from where you came from, boy. You ain't getting shit.
So, are we going to be robbing trains during BabsCon next year?
You ain't robbing no trains, dude. You ain't getting nothing.
I'll find that train. I'll find what needs to be robbed. Who's got the money? I'll get my money.
I've got the money, but you ain't getting none of it, dude. Wait,
I'm gonna
Cowboys never said. Cowboys never said, dude.
No, it'd be Cal Parker, something like that.
Okay, now I'm getting really.
Or you can't forget the most basic. Boy. B-O-A-H.
Boy. Boy.
You're all right, boy.
Oh, like boy. No, it's boy.
Yeah, but the way a man says it, you're all right, boy. You doing good, boy. Boy, you got a lazy eye or a lack of respect. Which is it? That kind of boy. But that straying back from the original idea, yeah, we'll see how they go with theming next year. I don't know. Do you think I don't know if it'd really be possible to de-theme a train layout from Steam minus banning diesels.
That's going to be a problem because that kills like half of my rolling stock.
And that's where I come in clutch. Believe me, I have the Steam part more than taken care of.
And about
I got a turbine.
Is it a steam turbine?
Yes.
No, it's a gas electric turbine.
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go get the Union Pacific steam turbine and maybe we'll talk. And they did make one.
I know they did. I want one.
It wasn't very successful, but they did make one.
They did.
Yeah. Honestly, I still have it in my sights. The problem is still that price. I know Broadway Limited currently manufactures. It's in manufacture. Their brass hybrid S2, Pennsylvania Railroad S2 steam turbine. Oh, that thing is so beautiful, but $800 is steep for a Paragon 3 locomotive like that. Believe me, I want it so bad. She looks, and I've seen videos demonstrating the sound. She sounds and looks just absolutely stunning. So I'll need to keep my eyes out if one pops up on the internet for a couple $200-$300 less. Make a great addition to the growing PRR fleet I currently have ongoing.
Yep.
But, yeah.
I wish you the best in that.
You're gonna need to get your steam turbine, and if we're gonna go with something else steam, then if we need something Southern Pacific, we need to get Mecha, one of the steam turbine snowplows.
Ooh.
So, I mean that was a turbine operating those rotaries, right?
I believe so.
What, the rotary snowplows?
Yeah.
I have a BN snowplow.
It was steam turbine powered, I believe, though, correct?
How did I do this?
Snowplow. Piece of railroad equipment. Let's see, I never really thought about this. I know they use steam, didn't know what they're powered by. Now everybody seeks to the internet. Early rotaries had steam engines inside their carbines to power the blades. A few are still in working order. Rotaries of newer construction are either diesel or electric powered. So that begs the question, are the B&N and 2 Southern Pacifics steam or electric or diesel power?
Not. That's a good question. I don't know.
What?
Mecha.
Oh, where?
Answer the question.
Pacific.
What was the question? I wasn't paying attention.
Rotary snowplow. Let's see. Southern Pacific rotary snowplow. Ah,
Okay.
wait. Originally built with steam power, but were rebuilt during the 50s, powered by diesel locomotive traction motors. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So they were originally steam powered. So if you can get a model original piece, then I will give you. You have something. Southern Pacific steam. Either that, or there's the next stretch option, which I know they're made. They're just impossible to find. That's cab forward. Although you do have your GS4, correct? Am I the only one here?
No, you're not.
Why did everybody go quiet?
Let me.
Well, apparently, Mecha and Steam Tank have exploded. The map gas went boom.
Yeah, we lost our signal.
Yeah. Rest in peace. God bless their souls. Rip into
Yeah.
Bronies. Anyway,
yeah,
for steampunk, obviously, we'll have, if Babscon decides to go that route, we'll have plenty to go off of. I know, although some of us use certain modern-ish locomotives, a lot of us still go by the old ways, the old steam power. I mean, who can say no to it?
Yeah, like 90% of my fleet is steam. I only have, I think, about 3 diesels, but 90% of my fleet is all steam.
Yeah. Well, God knows the most important piece that you have is steam. So that's what really counts.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
yeah, because
go ahead.
Because trains in general is just steampunk. If you have a a freight train with like tank cars or box cars or something, that's in general with a steam engine, with a caboose or something, in general, that's just a steampunk theme. You can make it.
Steampunk basically lasted as a modern entity right up until the mid-ish 50s when it started to peter off as the diesel era and diesel punk began to take off.
Yeah, you can even possibly get away with steampunk with the early diesels, like the NW2, the early diesels.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like the PAs with because the PAs, they have those antennas for the radios and all the stuff on top of them. It's not completely streamlined. It has all the stuff on the side.
Yeah.
So
but even then, what it really comes down to is that or a solid chuff of steam locomotives.
Yeah.
Or for the rare.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the serial number.
Oh,
Mecha.
There's one of them. Oh, he is back from the dead, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Yeah, you guys cut out.
I didn't cut out. I heard you guys the whole time.
Yeah,
no,
you were talking. We thought you went. We thought you were killed.
I was taking care of something.
Oh. Yeah, so I mean, it's that whole steampunk era where everything was dirty, everything was grime, and I know you can relate to it, Gary. The whole steampunk thing, particularly relating to my area of college education and my current job to a degree, the whole machinist era. Hard work, metal, grease. None of this modern
There he goes.
crap. I hear the familiar sparking of MIG welding. Early welding, stick welding, torches. Steampunk in its rawest form.
Indeed.
That's probably one of the draws. I don't know. I guess it was a mutual thing between both steampunk and the whole machinist industry, and why I'm more preferential to the manual machines, Bridgeports, LeBlanc lathes, that sort of thing. Don't get me wrong, CNC is great. It can do a lot of the automated stuff that you will never have the accuracy or repeatability with necessarily on a manual mill, but you give me a manual mill and a manual lathe for Christmas, you'll never hear from me again as I just bury myself in the garage behind the controls of them.
Mm-hmm. But it kind of sounds like somebody's taking a bad fault.
I believe that's MIG welding beads being laid down.
That is.
Yeah, but still, it does. It is, but it kind of sounds like that. Somebody has a very painful or bad fault.
Yeah, so we'll see how all the theming goes. The end of this year's BabsCon and see what they want to say about it. I don't know. I know there was a number of topics that they brought up. It's just a matter of which one they choose to go with first.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So moving onwards, what else we got going on then? We've got everybody's doings. We've got one truck being built. We've got a car with garbage under the hood. We've got me stuck on the East Coast still, accruing more and more crap that I'm going to need to find a way to bring with me to the West Coast. What else we got?
I've been working on taking down the layout piece by piece and packing it away since I got 3 weeks.
Yeah, we're closing in on Babs pretty quick.
Yeah. Right now, as far as the layout, the N scale track is down and put away. The elevated O gauge track is down and put away. I'm working on.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
I'm working on putting away the HO track and labeling it, and then I'm gonna put away the O gauge track. Today I went to the Train Shack. It's a hobby store over in Burbank. They had the 50% off sale, and I got what was it? A set of PA units. It was the A units for the PAs, Southern Pacific.
I was gonna say just a second there, which road name? Because a lot of roads used PAs.
Yeah, it's Southern Pacific. It's the Bloody Nose. So I got that. The only problem it's the legacy SPPA, but I just can't program the darn thing. So probably I'll go back to Burbank and ask them how they do it. Because
who's the manufacturer?
Lionel.
I thought you meant you picked up some HO PA and PP or PA units. Like, oh yeah, it's probably BLI or one of the other big manufacturers. That's not so bad.
Oh no. God. No, I do the big stuff. I love doing the O gauge and the big stuff. 7.5-inch gauge, the bigger the better.
Just wait till you've got something 1-to-1 and you're trying to explain to your parents, I want to keep it. Where the hell are you going to keep a 1-to-1 locomotive in the middle of LA?
Oh, in the backyard. But what you do, you gotta do a caboose. You get a caboose, you put it in the backyard, make it a back house.
I've heard of a lot of people who do that. The trick is getting a hold of a caboose sometimes.
And getting permission from the city, because sometimes the city says, oh, it's an eyesore, get rid of it or cut it up, because there's stories of people having a caboose in the backyard and the city coming down on them, getting rid of it or cutting it into scrap and stuff like that. Those stories like that.
Wow.
Either they didn't have permission from the city or they just didn't have the right stuff. So, you gotta have all your ducks in a row when you do it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but can actually.
That's also why I'm not living in California.
Yeah, well, that goes for any city. That goes for everywhere. You have to have all your ducks in a row.
Yeah. It really comes down to what area you live in. Some areas different, some states are a little different.
Yeah, some places are more lenient than others,
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I was to do a back house for a caboose, like I know buying a caboose, it's not really that expensive. expensive once you actually have the money.
Well,
it's actually, I think, about $5,000
yeah, the
or
cars aren't that
$3,000.
expensive. The expensive part is, one, building a place to put it, and two, getting it there.
Yeah, that's what's gonna get you. Getting it to the destination and the property, getting the property, unless you have the property already.
Yeah. Well, even then, you gotta essentially lay a short system of track. It needs to be roadbed stable enough to be able to support the feature, the car. It needs to be safe to be able to keep the car from rolling away. Although usually some wheel chocks will take care of that. From there,
Yeah.
you want to determine if you want to keep the car's brakes and other systems in working enough condition in case it were to be pulled out. Because I can't speak for sure, but I know a lot of people who own those private cars for a lot of the excursions, like a lot of those 3751 excursions. Those are all private cars.
Yeah.
Not sure where people keep those private cars. Never really thought about it before this, but it comes to the same thing. If you ever get the car fixed up enough and you're able to take it out somewhere, do you want to do that kind of maintenance to keep her in working order? It's almost like buying an RV. You just take it out less.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If
So,
if I was to put a caboose or something like that in my backyard, maybe one day, what I would do, I wouldn't actually buy an existing caboose. I would actually make a building, make a wooden house in the backyard, make a caboose out of wood, make it a building. So build a caboose in the backyard, but make it a building, make it look like a caboose. Do
all
the
right. So
blueprints
essentially,
for the
caboose without the train chassis beneath it.
Yeah. So it's a building in the shape of the caboose, built to the same blueprints of an actual caboose.
I'm almost wondering at that point if it would be easier to find a shop, have them move the lower frame of a caboose, and then just deliver the body, the shell itself, right to the property.
Yeah, but then you're gonna run into pop. There's another problem, but then you're running into the city, uh, saying, "Oh no, we don't want you to bring that uh, to our city." Because another thing of transporting that into the city, they're saying you can't do that. We don't want that going down the streets of our city. It's an eyesore. They have That's happened before. Like
Is
so,
there anything they will allow for fun other than gang shootings?
yeah. So that's why I said no. That's why I'm saying if I were to do something like this, I would actually build it in my backyard, get the permits and the building. I build it in the shape of a caboose. Just build a building like a caboose. So instead of actually getting an actual caboose, because the city probably won't let you bring it down the street, depending on what city you're in.
Freaking buzzkills.
I know, right? But then again, some places are more lenient than others, so
Yeah.
it's not all bad in all the places.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Backing it up a little bit, you mentioned going to the train shack. That had me thinking earlier. When we get up to the San Francisco Bay Area, since I know we should have a day or so, I know from a little bit of research that there's a couple. All of us are going to need to see about going and trying raiding a train store.
Do they have a train store up there?
There's several hobby shops at San Francisco.
Hmm.
We may need to drive a little ways to get to any of them, but absolutely we could go and raid hobby shops.
Hmm.
You kidding me? That'd make great vlogging footage. Like railroad bronies, shop robbers,
Oh god.
What the hell?
or shop hoarders. No. Don't all you
No.
people listening, don't get the wrong idea.
I don't endorse.
I do not endorse train robbery.
Yeah.
You leave that to me. Don't kids do it. Train robbery. That's my thing from way back in the day. All right, Arthur. At any rate, yeah, God knows we'll have enough time. Hell, we may be able to find some extra track or other supplies from one of these places in a pinch. So.
Oh yeah, and that reminds me. I wanted to talk about this on the podcast. For the we got an email from Nan from BabsCon, and for the train layout, we've been given the option of running 2 days. So,
there's one catch to this though, because we are allowed to set it up 2 days in a row, but the layout has to be struck overnight. We cannot leave anything up.
We would need to tear down.
So we would have to tear down and reset the next morning.
Yeah, teardown usually happens pretty quick for me. It's the setup, getting everything set up. If I don't have something pre-planned, that does take a little while. But that being said, set up first day, you get all the bugs out of the way. You know what you're doing. The next day, just repeating it becomes faster and easier.
Yeah, and I have all the track that I'm packing. It's already labeled, so it's easy to set up. You just have to follow the numbers. I've learned what I did wrong last year when I labeled everything. I did it wrong. I did it in the opposite direction of what I was putting it together, so I did it in the right direction now. So everything, if you label everything and then when you put it back together, it should be fine.
Yeah.
And plus the N-scale track. And why do I hear anime?
It's not anime, it's a hot dog.
What?
I don't know.
Weeaboo shit on our stream. Anyway, yeah, I know they said they have us booked for 6 tables right now for space-wise.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, I asked for 6 tables. Last year, when I came down, the hotel asked just, how many tables do you need? 5, and they said, okay, give me 5. So I just, when they come down to get the tables, I just tell them how many tables I want.
Yeah, I'd say at this point, if we're there and they ask, just tell them, give us everything you can. I swear I don't have a problem.
Yeah,
I'm not out of my mind, not completely.
Oh, and another thing, on Twitter, one of our followers, local, hang on. The guy with the dopey sign, you know, the red stop sign, it says dope at BabsCon. Do you know him? He always has the dope sign.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. He's gonna Lyco Travels. He's gonna bring he's gonna bring his N-scale stuff down.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So
is he talking full track or just trains?
Both. So like what you did last year.
I'm telling you,
you started something, dude.
We need to get just an entire freaking panel room and just dedicate it the whole weekend to setups. This is only gonna keep growing bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And they had to realize, you don't just do one loop of track and call it good. Oh no. This is like building a car and seeing it hit 495 horsepower. Are you just gonna leave it there?
No.
Oh no. You're gonna go for 500. And then you're gonna see, oh, my ET's an 805. Are you gonna leave it there?
No.
No, you're gonna go for that 80. Okay, so now my car's sitting at 523 horses. Am I gonna leave it there? No. It's a perpetual feeding loop. You start with one little oval. That's boring. Add a spur to it. I want to add more trains now that there's more track. More trains. Now I need more track on which to run those trains, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. We are going to need to tell the hotel, get us a whole room. I don't mean some little rinky-dink hotel room. I mean dedicate us a panel space, a panel room size space where everything can come out.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Point
And
being,
this just went places.
we got a lot. I'm probably bringing too much. We're all probably bringing too much.
I cut back from last year. I've tried to cut back, but I think I've
Keyword
reached...
tried.
Well, I still remember last year between the room party and then at the end of the year saying, yeah, I know I'm not going to bring as much next year. And here I am with 10 times as much stuff that's going to be coming with me.
Hell, I'm bringing stuff I never thought I'd be bringing, but it's coming.
Yeah,
Oh, and I will say, Mecha, one of the things I am bringing, you know how you were saying your GS4 has a distinct issue of it's claimed to be rated for 22-inch, but suffers trying to run on 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel right now. And when you see it, you will understand. All I know is I am so damn happy I went and bought all that 24-inch. Otherwise, I would have something that is completely useless to me.
Mm.
Yeah, you'll see it when we get there. Kind of wish it had Steam on it, but it is what it is. Anyway, wait, is that a Metro?
Yeah, they got Leica Travels is bringing.
Oh, that's a neat little carry case for everything. That's not so bad.
Yeah, yeah, and then he has a. Hang on, I'm looking at the Twitter post.
Oh, that's a Japanese subway.
Yeah, Kato.
Nice.
Let me see. What was there? Oh yeah, it's a commuter rail.
Yeah, and depending on how high that structure is, that could almost be perched above some other layout stuff, depending on riser spacing.
Mm-hmm. It's really cool.
Yeah, the question then is DC or DCC?
I think it's DC. I could message him.
Wouldn't hurt. I've got the DCC power pack to be able to do all kinds of fun, but at that point I'm limited to just one loop of track running at a time.
Oh yeah, and Ace, did I show you what our layout's gonna look like?
I think I saw a brief clip of part of it, but I don't think I saw the whole thing yet now.
Okay, let me send a picture of that in the chat.
Yeah.
The Discord chat, not the live stream chat.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone in the live stream planning stuff. That'll need to just be a surprise for everyone when we get out to BabsCon.
Yeah, let's see.
Did you configure it for the 24-inch or the 22-inch radius?
Yeah. Right. We're gonna have to see when we get there because I couldn't really do much with the paper and planning for your track. So
yeah.
So here's the picture. Check it out.
All right, that's pretty sizable. Is that on that inside loop? Is that also HO track, just in the stuff from Steam Tank?
The inside stuff is N scale.
Inside the O gauge track, that bigger loop.
That's HL.
Oh
that's
yeah,
what I thought.
Yeah, but the stuff that's going around the apple farm, that's an N scale. Those two giant
the smaller
loops,
track. Yeah,
that's N scale. I made it a lot bigger than last year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and here's a funny fact. There's another picture I want to show you that's funny. I saw the Mecha this when he came over to test his a new train that he got at the train show. What's that picture of the train that you got, Mecha? Oh, here's the picture. He got this train at the train show. See?
SD40?
Nope. It is not an SD40.
GP38?
Nope.
No, it's a 2. It's only a 4-axle. What the hell is
that?
Oh no, it's hard to tell from outside the box. It's obviously a smaller unit because of the low nose on the front end, but it's hard to tell what exactly it is. It isn't a U-boat, is it?
It's not a U-boat.
What the hell is that? Now you got me really wondering what the hell it could possibly be.
He's bringing it to Babs. Don't worry.
Yeah, it'll be there. I still have to mount the handrails to the front and rear decks.
Bought it pre-owned?
Sort of. It wasn't really run before.
All right, so
it runs beautifully.
it
does have a
run.
DCC decoder in it, but it's not sound.
I think so. There was one of the earlier DCC units before they put speakers and everything in them. Yeah, I know.
It's one of those ones where there's like a switch under the under the radiator vents that you've got to like take the radiator cap off and pull this plug out and switch it around and plug it back into the other direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look at this Ace. Do you see the picture I just put?
Yeah, the one of Sweet Apple Acres with...
No. Look at the trees. Can you zoom in on the trees?
Yeah, all the apples on them.
No. Look again. Look at the
Something
trees.
Something incredibly wrong here.
Look at
the fact
trees.
that she's trying to kick him in the face.
No, look at the trees.
Apple trees don't look like that.
Yeah, look at the trees. What color are the apples?
Yeah, they're orange. There are orange apples. They're called Braybirds.
No, those are orange trees.
Well, I'm saying they're Braybird apples and apple trees.
No.
Damn it, don't ruin the magic for me.
No, it's oranges. I got orange trees. I put orange trees for the apple.
They're Braybird apples.
No.
Oh, look, a penny.
More apples.
Yo, Applejack. You alright?
Yeah, she's gonna be alright. Right, yeah. But I'll need to figure out what all we're gonna do with that. Do they know what day they're thinking about doing the little room party thing in what is it?
I haven't heard
Silver
yet.
Span's Lounge?
Okay,
I haven't heard yet.
No, not yet, but it's usually Thursday night.
You mean Friday night? I know it was during the convention that they had it.
Nope, Thursday night. Yeah,
before the convention starts?
Yeah, you get your badges at the little... What I was telling... It's the... let me get the thingy again.
Yeah, you know the Silver Span's Lounge party I'm talking about, right? The thing that I showed up last year with the suitcase like a drug deal and everybody's like...
the meet and greet thing.
Yeah.
They haven't actually told us anything yet.
Yeah, when I rolled up late, who was it? I believe Carlo said, "Yeah, you look like some kind of drug dealer." I roll in. Hey, you the guy with the trains? I'm the
guy. Yeah.
Open up the suitcase, like, oh my god, he's gonna have drugs and guns. Nope, just a shitload of trains. And immediately everybody started pulling them out of boxes and putting them on tables.
Yeah, we all started grabbing them and going, "Oh,
it's like Christmas."
Yeah, that was fun. But I was thinking,
what the hell is that?
What the?
Mecha, what are you doing?
Was that Sal?
No.
Why are you giggling like you were guilty of something? And why are you still peeing on an electric outlet?
Oh, he's peeing on an electrical outlet. Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty.
Well, I tell you what, you want an electrifying wake up to your day. That's how you do it. Hold one end of a car battery terminal, stick the other in your toilet. When you go to start your day, wake up! Wake up. So you feel your entire heart and your entire body and everything just... Oh, I need to find it. I gotta find it. And let's see.
Guys, I'm sorry to go off a little bit off topic, but I'm on YouTube right now, and Game Theory just released something, FNAF 7, The Untold Story of Sister Location. That's another FNAF. Oh, God.
Why has that whole series not just died yet? And here you go. It's like, oh, you want to get up in the morning? You pee on an outlet, and you know, wake up.
Oh, that's the only way to do it. What the?
Wake up!
Killing the bag over and over again.
Honestly, though, what gets me more than anything is if you look at the page for that video and you look in the comments, there's one comment that when I read it, and it's even favorited by Antoine Delac, the guy who uploaded the video, I just died for like 5 minutes straight. I was dying laughing. Scroll down a little ways more, and then you see it. Table. And if anybody's familiar with what somebody once did with chop suey, then you understand why seeing table, wake up, grab your brush and put it on the table. I just got to fade away this table. Why'd you leave your keys up on the table? Here we go, create another table. You wanted to grab your brush and put a little table. I just got to fade away this table.
Why'd you leave the table on the table?
Why'd you leave your keys up on the table? I don't
think
you
didn't say keys. He said, "Why did you leave the table on the table?"
No, why'd you leave
the table on the table?
No, it's just why'd you leave your keys up on the table? I don't think you trust
me.
Table. Self-righteous table. I've got the whole thing memorized from listening to it too many times. And even then, somebody in the comments for that video put the best thing. The official theme song of IKEA. Oh my god. Everybody's like, oh my god, it's such a stupid video. I don't know. I laugh every time I watch. I hear it.
Quality content, people. Quality content.
Why'd you leave the table on the table?
No, why'd you on the if you put on the captions, it'll say it as well.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason I know all the lyrics down pat.
Table over the table?
Why'd you leave your keys up on the table? God damn, that song. Oh, it's so memey. Yeah, I love it because it's so memey. Oh, man. Yeah, it sounds like we're into the latter half of our podcast now. So, Garibalde, I don't believe you ever started with, did you have any of your little philosophical questionnaire things for us this week? Or did you come empty-handed?
No, I did, but hey, you guys started talking and I didn't want to say anything. So if you guys want to do my question, we can do it.
Yeah, sure. Let's get into it now that we're towards the toasty end of the deal.
All right. So, okay. Now, each one of us name...
Peeing on a socket again.
Yeah. Okay. Each one of us is going to name a locomotive. what's your favorite locomotive? Okay.
Well, that's easy.
Yeah. Name your favorite locomotive, and where would you want to put your favorite locomotive to bring chaos in the most random place ever? So, like, you know, the meme where they have the train sticking out of the house. You know, you could have your train pop out of anywhere or go anywhere in the universe and just go hype train thing. So where would you want to put your train to cause chaos and randomness in the universe? Your favorite train, where would you want to do it?
I'm going to need to think of this because basically what you're saying is it doesn't even need to be a train, but where could you drop 100 or probably close to 500,000-600,000 pounds of solid steel? Where could you put that much weight and just drop it somewhere and watch people go, well, shit, how are we going to maneuver around this?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Where do you drop several 100,000 pounds of steel and have people lose their minds? I don't know. I'm going to need to think on that one for a little bit. Whether or not I would want it to be something that everybody worshipped, like, oh, this is so cool, or everybody panicked, like, oh shit, the end of the world just dropped on our heads. Now I'm trying to think
Go create
logically.
another table.
No.
Yes, take a Pennsylvania Railroad T1, drop it in the middle of an IKEA.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Fix this with an Allen wrench, bitches. There you go. You spell it out for me.
Everything goes together with Allen wrench and push tabs.
Yeah, put this together with an Allen wrench, bitch.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Yep, there's how you do it.
Okay, what about you, Mecha? What would you do? Where would you put your favorite engine, or what's your favorite engine, and where would you put
I know
it?
how to even make it better with the T1.
Oh,
you take a little model version, like a little HOBLI model version, just put it on a table with a little button in front of it that says, in big letters, do not push. If you push that button, suddenly 600,000 pounds of T1 is standing in front of you. And just set a timer. Who's going to push the button? And like, it's no delay. It's just instantly. It's there. It goes from this little 1 pound, 5 ounce model to 700,000 pounds of.
It still has to be in an IKEA, though.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
it
IKEA.
Still has to be in IKEA.
Yes, where everything is plastic and wood, and all of a sudden steel.
Yeah.
Oh god, where would I put something? Well, obviously I'll go with the daylight, but where the hell would I put it that would actually make everybody go nuts?
Where's Greenpeace's headquarters?
Good question.
Just dump it in their foyer.
Oh man.
Oh, Spyro would have a great time with that because he has to deal with 1.1 million pounds of big boy. Where would you put that? Oh,
Greenpeace is currently headquartered in Amsterdam.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah, just dump the GS4 right there in the middle of Amsterdam somewhere.
Yeah.
There's such a green neighborhood. They have a smaller carbon footprint than anybody else. I believe they have a negative carbon footprint. And to see an oil
you just
burning
airdrop. Yeah, you airdrop one of the GS4s on top of one of their
it's like
windmills. It just catastrophically
you see this
collapses under the locomotive.
This little line of electric G whizzes. Oh, that's cute. Here. Let me show you how to really go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Gary, you next. What's your locomotive of choice? Where are you putting it?
Okay. I get a Southern Pacific 462, and I would drop it right next to the premier of Metrolink Chargers. You know the Chargers?
Oh yeah, those new Siemens units. Yep.
Yeah. Why is the premiering it, or it goes out and say, ta-da, just have it drop on top of that and crush it.
Or right as they're about to unveil, here's our new Siemens unit under the curtain. He pulls off the curtain. Southern Pacific type. It's like,
yeah, and it's brand new.
This isn't what we...
And
how revolutionary! Rather than going forward, they're going backwards to the old school. This will apply great to the millennials. They like retro.
They love steampunk.
Because it's retro, it's old school, and that's what's fitting hip right now, right?
Oh, no. Would be better if they go like this. Instead of that, underneath the cover when they pull it off, it's the UP's big boy, and he said, "Oh shit."
Oh my god. Let's see if we can get Steam Tank at the background there. I believe his choice, I suspect I know his choice. It'd be either 3751 or 844. I suspect the latter. But let's see what he would do with the Pride of Union Pacific.
Steam Tank, we require you. Unmute.
He's busy zapping the crap out of some metal pieces.
Okay, then. What do you think Steam Tank would drop 3751? Where do you think he would drop it?
In his backyard.
In his backyard. Oh.
Well, I mean, it's not that inconvenient for anybody. It's more just annoying because why does he get it and nobody else does?
Yeah. You don't know what that is?
Let's see. Well, what do I think Steam Tank would drop 3751? Oh man, that poses so many. There's so many. Oh, interesting question.
Well, I've got one idea, but I don't know if it would cause chaos or confusion to quite the perfect extent. And that is right at one of the leading tracks into LA's Union Station. Just complete cold locomotive. No steam, no nothing. Just a cold, dead locomotive right on one of the leading tracks into Union Station. Blocking traffic.
Oh no. Let me think. Oh man, let me think. I know a place where we could drop 3751 and cause a big ruckus. Drop 3751 on the on the Grand Canyon Railroad.
Oh.
Because
will she fit on Grand Canyon Railroad?
Oh no, not Grand Canyon. The Rio Grande. Because the Rio Grande and Santa Fe are rivals. For the Santa Fe locomotive.
Is there anything Rio Grande that's wide gauge, or is it all, or a standard gauge, or is it all narrow gauge?
All narrow gauge. Just have it drop from the sky and land out. They're leaving the excursion. The train is about to leave with the excursion out of the yard, and then suddenly
a train that cannot be moved because it doesn't fit on the rails.
Yeah, it covers the entire yard, and they're like, well, this is why we hate Santa Fe.
Although Rio Grande,
the train cannot be moved. Okay, hold my beer.
Rio Grande was absorbed by Southern Pacific and then by Union Pacific, correct? No? Or Burlington Northern?
Yeah, it was Southern Pacific that got the Rio Grande.
All right, and Burlington Northern and Santa Fe. All right, yeah, I see where I'm confused now. All right.
And then Union Pacific got Southern Pacific. So
or
essentially,
rather, Southern Pacific inherited Union Pacific, bought them out, but kept the Union Pacific name because of the name.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So, and then what you got? Oh, I lost my train of thought.
Can't do that too
It's
many
kind of
times.
like how Allegheny Airlines is the real company behind American Airlines and that giant conglomerate.
Where would we put Big Boy?
Yeah, where would we? Yeah, where would we put Big Boy?
Where'd you say Spiral? Where'd you say Spiral works right now? A desk job or?
He works at Ralph's. It's a grocery store.
Drop Big Boy right in the middle of the grocery store.
Yeah,
Just
he's
shelves? Nah. It's like, oh, you're selling pickles? Nope, now you're selling jars of oil and lubricants. It's like, oh, those are supposed to be bread rolls? Nope, coal chunks.
What do you think Spiral Force would drop 4014, Mecha?
Oh. I don't think he cares where it goes as long as he can live in it. Damn it.
Oh, okay.
I still just can't help but the T1 table.
No.
Don't push the button. Table.
No, get your T1. Put it on the table. Get a table. Clear it off. Just put the T1 and make a piece of paper that says "Do not push" or something. Get a button or something and just take a picture of that. Meme it or something like that. Just make that happen.
Well, the thing is, I'm going to need to make it a much more legit thing. And in theory, in SFM, I might be able to because I know there's a T1 model. Do some SFM store, a little tiny model of a T1. Don't push the button. Suddenly, whole T1 taking up the whole fucking map. Oh my god! I told you don't push the button.
If you could do that, I would totally upload that to the Railroad Brony page.
I have zero skill in SFM whatsoever. That's not coming from me.
Oh god, that'd be so beautiful.
Hey, I'm back.
Oh, there he is.
Finally. Okay, Steam Tank, question.
What?
Philosophical question that will save the universe. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Okay. If you could, what's your favorite engine, and where would you drop your favorite locomotive to cause chaos somewhere?
Steam locomotive.
Steam locomotive. Where would you drop it? It could be anywhere in the universe to cause confusion and delay, or just confusion and chaos. It could be anywhere. It could be IKEA, it could be Ralph's, it could be the premiere of Metrolink's Chargers, or it could be anywhere. It could be a video game, it doesn't matter.
And moreover, 3751 or 840.
I would have to pick 844 in the hipster district in LA.
That'd be almost better. Because we had Gary with, you said 3751 for you, or
no? I picked the Southern Pacific. Pacific.
Oh yes, the Pacific.
Yeah, no. 462.
Yeah, like the Mallard, like the British A4 class. Yep.
Yeah, and what I did is that, it's at the premiere of Metrolink's Chargers. They have the cape over. They have the big top over the Charger, and as soon as they take the
okay, Mac.
As soon as they came, when they take the cape off of the charger, there's the steam engine underneath instead of the charger, and everybody's like, "Oh, how revolutionary!"
Step back in time.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Another time, and another place, and another world.
We've got John Mecha, who decided to drop the daylight 4449 right in the middle of Amsterdam or on top of a Danish windmill. Greatest country, give it a spot of black. And then, thanks to Table, we kind of group decided, yeah, we'll take a T1, put it a little model on a table in IKEA, and you push a button. It'll have a button that says, do not push. And the first person to push the button, it screams, table! And this tiny little HO scale Model T1 just blows up into a full-size 700,000 pound T1, boom, in the middle of IKEA. It's like, and then comes the joke, fix this with a wrench, assholes. Use an Allen on this, bitches.
Oh god, that's beautiful.
Oh man. So, and then now that you're here, maybe you can lend an idea on this one. It goes without saying the choice for Spiral is 14, but where would he put 4014 to cause utter chaos? As Mecha pointed out, doesn't really matter as long as he can sleep in the damn thing. But if it was to cause chaos, where would you put 1.1 million pounds of Union Pacific Alco-built steel?
And that's for who?
For Spiral.
Oh, is he here?
No, we're trying to think where would he put something like that to cause utter chaos.
Easy, his work.
That's what I said! That's exactly what I said! I said drop it in the middle of the... Oh
Drop
my
it in the middle of
god.
the store.
Oh my god. Selling vegetables? No, we sell coal! The thought of
You
coal
get
had
coal.
me...
You get cold.
That had me thinking earlier, Gary. I know you use coal to fire the cliche. Do you know where your coal is sourced from?
No, propane.
Oh, you use propane now?
Yeah, it's always been propane.
It's always just propane.
Then why
There
was it
are,
a couple of years ago I saw somebody get a giant barrel or a giant bucket of coal? I believe it was you, correct?
Yeah, that was me. There's a story behind that. I'll tell you. Hang on. Let me get off the YouTube first because I hear echo.
Echo.
Yeah. First, I want to say because I was looking at the chat on YouTube. Shout out to Steam Train Guy. He says, "I really love your channel. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks. We really appreciate it. We love our channel too.
We're doing our absolute
Our channel is
best.
nice.
I love you more.
Our channel is nice.
Okay. Oh wait, what was I saying again?
About the bucket of coal?
Okay, yeah. The story behind the bucket of coal is that the place where I keep my train, the track it's stored on in the shed at LALS, when I first stored it there, the track, it was being
Do you
rented
know what you
by...
guys are gonna eat for dinner?
Hi, Maddie.
You had a hamburger.
Hi, Maddie.
Oh, there's
That's not Maddie.
That's not Maddie?
Dinners there.
No.
Oh.
Which one is it?
There's some leftover pizza.
It's not one of his sisters, that's for sure.
Who is it?
The mom?
Yeah.
Is that Mom?
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Anyway, the coal was at a track being rented out, you were saying?
Yeah, the coal was on the track that was being rented out at the time. And my friend Ray, who was renting the track that I was sharing with, him. He said the coal was there when he originally started to rent the track out, which was being rented for the last 5 years. So it was there for around 5 years when I first started to rent the track back in 2014, I think.
So it was just a big 5-gallon bucket of coal that was just sitting there unused.
Cool.
Yeah, originally there was a steam engine that was in front of my friend Ray. He has electric. There was a steam engine in front of his engine where my train is located. And that engine was a coal burner, but the guy who had his engine there, he left and took his engine with him, but he left the bucket of coal there and nobody touched it. And I said, "Hey, Ray, can I have that?" And he said, "Yeah, sure." So I took it and I still have it.
He just gave you a big old bucket of coal.
Yeah.
Do you know where it's sourced from? Does it say?
No. I have that, and then I have another one. It's really cheap and very bad coal. It causes a lot of clinkers, but I have it. I had 2 buckets of coal.
But you don't know where it's sourced or if for sure it's anthracite?
Yeah.
Although usually it's pretty safe to say most railroading coal was anthracite. I think.
Yeah, this is a legit coal. I don't know if it's not Pocahontas because Pocahontas coal is a little bit chunkier. But yeah, this coal, the one that I got from my friend Ray, it's smaller. It comes in little smaller little clunks of coal, small pieces. So I really don't know what type it is. If somebody else looked at it who has a steam engine that's coal fired, they might be able to tell me what type of coal it is, because you can tell a lot by the smell of the coal and by how much smoke it produces.
Yeah, like typically
you used to have a chunk of peacock coal somewhere. No.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the story behind my bucket of coal.
It was just a bunch of coal left from somewhere.
Yeah. For a while, I actually kept some coal in my steam engine because there's a coal bucket for my steam engine where you would keep coal if my steam engine was propane fired. So I used to have coal in that spot. And then I also used to carry around the wood with me behind my riding seat. So I would have all the fuels. I would have wood, I would have coal, and I would have propane. So people, when they would see my train, they said, "So what's this thing burn? Is it wood? Is it propane? Is it coal?" And I would get that reaction a lot.
You
what about wood?
People.
What?
What about wood?
Wood? What do you mean wood?
You gonna burn wood?
Well, I carried around wood on my train.
Oh. Real quick, I just want to say a quick apologies to the viewers on why the logo on the screen is still the same as it is before the podcast starts. I'm technically not at the computer right now. I left it running in the parlor car, and I'm currently outside working on the parlor car. So, yeah. So sorry about that. Carry on.
Wait, is it the same logo? No, it's not.
And I have potato chips.
No, it's a base logo.
It is. And that's the old logo too. Well, it's the new logo, but it's one I redid. It's colored now, so.
And as I suspected with the coal, I can now say, Gary, I will have something cool for you come BabsCon.
Ooh. Wait, does that mean I've been a bad boy for Christmas?
No.
Yes. Yes.
No, this is way cooler than that because it's way rarer.
Ooh.
And anybody else would look at this and go, why? I and many others would look at this and go, oh my god. You'll see. Anyway. All right, so we're now approaching the fourth quarter of the show. Anybody else got anything they wanted to add or throw in?
Nope.
No, I think that's it. No, I think that's the drunken. I think we're at the drunken stupas now.
I thought we already were.
Bacon. No, it's bacon strips.
Hey bacon strips. Hey bacon strips. Hey bacon strips. Hey bacon strips.
Which one of you pieces of shit called me a bitch?
Next week we make skillets. Alligator Productions. No, it's Alligator Workshop or Alligator. Now I gotta look it up.
I have no idea.
Epic. No, that's not how you spell epic. Epic. No, I put the 8. Epic pie.
I'm pretty sure that epic is not spelt with a number.
Yeah, I put EP8. EP8. There you go. It's Alligator Tub Productions. There you go. Oh yeah. Ace.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen the Lauren Faust's new show, DC Superhero Girls?
I have not, because I've been, well, rather busy with all kinds of crazy shit all my life. I'm curious of it. I've seen it, bits and hints of it here and there, but never actually settled down to watch any of the show.
Yeah. If you ever get a chance, watch it. They have the 1 hour special and the first episode up on Cartoon Network's website. It's good. It's really good.
So it's showing on Cartoon Network?
Yeah, it's on Cartoon Network. The only thing is because of what it's aimed towards, who it's aimed towards, they only show it on Sundays. So they only show it once a week on TV.
Well, I mean, that's no different than the Pony Show. Which I guess it kind of goes without saying. Once that starts in the Railroad Bronies podcast, I think I can speak pretty confidently in saying we will be going back to our show recaps and reviews. So yeah, there will be that coming along. Because remember, April 6th or 9th?
I think it's the 6th. Because let me see. Yeah, the 6th is Saturday. That's a Saturday.
Yes, April 6th, in just under 2 weeks, we'll be getting back into the Pony Show once again for the last season.
Yeah, but like I said, if you're sad that MLP is ending, watch DC Superhero Girls, the new one that Lauren Faust is doing. If you're sad about it, watch that. Seriously. And if you like Twilight Sparkle, you're gonna like Batgirl. You seriously just watch it. Support the show, guys.
It's good. People are gonna end up doing what I did a couple years ago, 2, 3, 4 years ago. Finally opened up to it beyond the pony fandom. You know where I'm going with this. Open up your eyes, see the wider world, get your tails in your ears, heavy breathing. Welcome to the furry fandom, bitches.
No.
Yeah. So there will be options. Don't pick. Yes, the show is. No, we will never give up on the show. You can always rewatch it again and again. Nick G, don't worry. I'm not one of the worst ones. I've been a furry this whole time and nobody else has realized. But that's neither here nor there. We still have the show. We still have this season. We still have.
We have 9 seasons worth of content.
Yeah, over 200 episodes we will end up with that we can go back and watch again and again and again.
You said 200 episodes? Yay, syndication!
200, yeah. So this is going to be. This will keep us going for a good long while.
Okay, I got an interesting thing. How about this? What's your favorite season from MLP, and what's your what's your favorite season from MLP, and what's your least favorite? So from top to worst.
Favorite season by far and away, and I say this because I joined in while the season was still premiering. In the golden years, season 1.
Wow.
Hands down, season 1. The worst season, they rushed a lot of things. They cut it short for a project that really wasn't the greatest idea in the world. Season 3. That was my lowest season. Season 1.
By the way, I now have stock footage of Steam Tank welding.
Oh, great.
Just in case. Just in case we need it.
Well, throw it up there, family.
Yeah.
It's on my camera. I haven't ported it over to anything yet.
Anyway, who we got next?
Well, for me, my favorite seasons would be season 5 and season 2. The least favorite seasons would be season 6 and season 8.
Really? Season 8?
Yeah, season 8. I didn't really care for it.
I know a certain little Kieran that is going to light a fire under your.
Oh no! Yeah, except for her. Yeah, she's cute. She's adorable. She's freaking adorable. And yeah. But for overall, the season 6, of course, season 6 was kind of a it has its moments, but it was kind of a letdown after season 5, which was fantastic. But yeah. But season 5 and season 2 are my favorites. Season 6 and season 8 are my least.
Yeah, I don't go for the single 2 particulars. It's just season 1 always my best. Season 8 or season 3 is. Anyway,
okay,
I don't really have a problem with season 3. It's just kind of the way they decided to take it at the end. Right. For the most part, season 3 wasn't that bad.
It was more in what they tried to do with it and how fast they tried to push it through. That got me.
That's true, and season 3 was shorter than anything.
And as we know, they shortened it because of the other project that came out that year. That was confirmed. That's why they pulled resources away from the show. So call me one with a grudge, but the fact that they shortened an entire season just to work on another side project, which let's face it still doesn't have near the popularity of the original show and has been cause for a lot of controversy. I don't know.
But we got Sunset Shimmer from the series. We got Sunny Bun.
You got bacon in a hairdo.
Yeah, we got bacon hair. We got bacon hair. We got Shim Sham. No, wait. No, not Sunset Glimmer.
Starlight Glimmer.
Yeah, Starlight Shimmer. Yeah, whatever the hell her name is.
Oh my god.
What?
What? They all have the same names, okay? I love the show, but Ember was right. They all have the same names when you think about it. Yeah, they all have the same.
Don't side with them. Don't do that.
They all have the same names. They all have the same butt mouth.
Oh my god.
Cricket, cricket, cricket.
Yeah, so.
Moving on.
Once again, Will is out busy peeing on a fence. So,
and has
electric fence or an outlet or something.
And has basically missed the entire podcast.
Yeah,
Yep.
more or less. But at least the podcast actually happened this week.
Indeed.
Rather than somebody going and watching a bunch of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and completely forgetting what day of the week it was.
Yep.
Ask even BabsCon about that one, ladies and gents.
Oh boy. Yeah, we're all setting their wedding. So.
Yeah. Unless we have any final wrap-up bits to go through, I think it's high time somebody get a hold of Steam Tank so we can really wrap this up and shut this down because we're getting pretty close on time here.
Mm-hmm.
He's still attempting to set metal on fire right now, so you know.
You're just gonna have to keep going.
Oh, if you want to do it real easy, just hold the MIG welder right to the piece of metal. Don't let anything build up, and just hold the trigger. Metal will try to feed, but it won't. But the current's still flowing, and you will see metal glow really, really quickly.
Yeah.
That's the hard way a couple times.
Yep. There are sparks everywhere. Yeah, anyway, where are we? What time are we at? We are at 9:47. We could technically push this another 10 minutes if we really want to.
Yeah, but at this point, it sounds like we're just ready for dumb jokes. Which, ooh, John, perfect one for you. We're going to do a little experiment, all right? It's called word repetition. I'm going to say a series of words, a string words, a sentence, whatnot, and I want you to say a word, one particular word following it, and that word is addicted. So I say a phrase, you say after it, addicted, all right? So, when somebody takes too many drugs, they are
addicted.
Good. When somebody drinks too much alcohol, they are
addicted, I guess.
All right. Remember to say it. What hit you across the face last night?
My pillow.
I'm gonna get someone with it. I swear I'm gonna get someone with it. Or the other classic is, okay, what does YES spell? And everybody is dead. YES. What does YES spell?
A fork?
YES spells. Yeah. All right. Now, how about EYES? If YES spells yes, then what does EYES spell?
Eyes.
You're not supposed to get it right. Most people just go, yes? Yes? Yes?
A yes? A yes?
Well, I gotta get you that video. Here it is. The original video that I swear I will go back and watch again and again, and I still die because the guy did it in such a bro manner. It's like he didn't get angry or anything. He was laughing the whole time. Yes. Yeah. Everyone else have some fun.
Yeah, we're running out of steam here. It's a podcast. It is 9:50.
What? Yes. Yes.
We're at the point where we're making stupid, raunchy jokes.
Yes. What's this video getting? I'm dying. EYES. ES.
A yayes? What? Oh, are you coming out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then spell it out.
EYES? Yayes?
YES. YE. Eyes.
Oh boy.
God bless that guy. He took it like such a pro. Man, he wasn't even getting angry the whole time. Just yes, 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 yes. All right, so it sounds like we lost another one. It sounds like it's the diesel punk and the steampunk, the cowboy and the soon-to-be robbed store owner. And we are about 8 minutes out from 10, so we're wondering what we're going to do now. And I will leave it with this for sure. Anybody who's still listening to the podcast, or even anybody who hears us after the fact, if you have any questions, anything that you want us to go over a podcast, be sure to leave a comment in the YouTube video for the afterwards. We can look over it for next podcast. Give us a shout out on Twitter, something that you want to ask about. Be it something related to the Railroad Bronies, the show that we might know, obviously within reason, or just some BabsCon or whatever. Absolutely give us a shout out. It gives us more to talk about and better way to interact with the audience. So definitely for sure. Just don't be afraid to call us out. We're just a bunch of people like everybody else. We just have a strange interest in ponies and trains.
It's Christmas again, apparently.
Yes, for the Railroad Bronies podcast.
Podcast.
Yes, a correction. All the times you've said it, this is not the Railroad Bronies podcast. This is the
It's
Railroad
the
Bronies
podcast.
Parlor Car podcast. Yes.
Podcast.
Thank you, Gary, for that one.
And with that, I think we can wrap this out. So yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in to the Railroad Bronies Parlor Car podcast. You guys know the usual spiel: like, subscribe, ring the bell, follow us on Twitter, Facebook. We've got DeviantArt, got a Discord server. Got a few things going on. But anyway,
yeah, give us those likes to get that YouTube algorithm favor and blah, blah, blah. We all know how that works.
Anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday evening, although it's due to be Monday for some of you guys on the East Coast. And we will see you in 2 weeks. All right.